Welcome to the first episode of Another Book Off the Shelf. I'm Eris. I'm the head of marketing.
And I'm Pamela Campworth, the head of programming at the library.
Yes. All right, well, how are you doing?
Great. It's a wonderful day.
Yes.
Sun shining, beautiful fall day.
Yes. And I know you had a busy weekend. How was your weekend?
Weekend was busy. The Friends Foundation had a book sale, and the puzzle exchange was going on at the same time. So we started Friday with members only sale, and we did over $500, which is amazing for the group.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday morning was super busy. People were lined up out the door and down the whole front sidewalk for the puzzle exchange. Nice. And a few people for the book sale. But yeah, that was great. We had a lot of people here first thing Saturday morning to exchange their puzzle tickets.
Nice.
So it was great.
Yes.
Good weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got coffee in my mug. What do you got in your mug today?
I have tea in my mug today. Earl Grey.
I got pumpkin spice. Feeling the fall vibes.
Yep.
Feeling the fall vibes. Yes. Well, we are in our brand new recording studio today.
Yes.
Just officially launched the recording studio for National Library Card Sign Up Month. How are you feeling with the launch of the recording studio?
I am thrilled.
Yes.
It seems like a long time coming.
Yes. Highly anticipated. We're so
Yes.
excited. Amazing, amazing space.
It really is.
Yes.
And it gets used for a lot of things, including podcasts.
Music recording.
Right.
Yes.
Some interviews. Well, podcasts, I guess, for the school. They did an interview here.
Voiceovers.
Yes.
Yes. One could say that the opportunities are endless. Right.
Yes. Very true.
Yes. But yeah, we launched the recording studio for National Library Card Sign Up Month because our theme for the month is Creative Minds, explore the endless opportunities of creativity. And the theme for this month aims to show all of the ways you can be creative at the library. And all you need is a Huntley Area Public Library card. Hence,
True.
National Library Card Sign Up Month. So we did the official launch of the recording studio because the recording studio is one of the ways you can be creative. What else are we doing this month? We got the library cards.
Yes, designed by our patrons.
2 Huntley patrons. Sienna Kelly for the teen and adult library card, and Sydney Barr for the youth library card. They were designs, and they are the winners of the library card design contest we held back in April for National Library Week.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Sienna, I've been at the library a few years, and I remember her from when she was very young and started coming to programs here at the library, and now she won the contest.
Yeah,
so
cool.
Great news.
Yes. That's super exciting. The cards are so cute. I think patrons who are signing up this month are really, really liking the new library
Getting
cards.
the new cards.
Yeah, I've seen a few. It's really cool. There were 2 mother-daughters yesterday that came in, and the young girls got the youth library card winner, and the moms got the adult library card winners. I thought that was so cool. That was really cool.
That is cool. And the adult one has a cardinal on it, too, which is the state bird of Illinois, I believe.
Yes.
Books and birds and all kinds of creativity going on there. So
yes.
great.
So that is how you can explore your creativity at the library, too.
Yeah.
But to go along with our Creative Minds theme, we are showcasing all of our STEAM-based programs, services, resources, and STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So we have so many STEAM-based programs, including 3D modeling,
in the technology lab.
In the technology
Another
lab.
STEAM. Yes.
Technology.
Yeah.
Creative Kids, Builders Challenge. What else? What other kinds of programs do we have?
I know. The Creative Kids highlights arts.
Arts, yes.
And the building program is, they're actually building things with that.
Yeah.
Well, we have coming up in October a Lego program, first
Right.
time ever.
Yes.
But going on right now in the technology lab, you mentioned a couple programs, but they also play Minecraft a couple times a week, and those are great programs. That appeals to the younger kids, elementary school aged kids.
Yeah, and that's world building.
Yes.
So that's really creative.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we offer so many STEAM-based programs here, which I think is really cool.
Yes.
But I think the best place to be creative at the library it just so happens to be the creative studio.
Yeah.
Right? So we
Yes,
definitely
absolutely.
want to highlight that. So we have a special guest here to talk more about the creative studio. Right. Please welcome our creative studio specialist, Alex.
Yay!
Hello.
Welcome, Alex.
I don't want to knock over your basic drink.
Just go ahead and drink basic.
And what are you drinking, Alex?
Yeah.
I was given water.
You had the choice.
You had a choice.
I was fine with nothing to drink, but
But we have to highlight the new mugs that we got
Oh,
also.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so have another
Yes,
drink to
yes.
the library.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right, well, Alex, welcome to another book off the shelf. How are you feeling?
Pretty good,
Yeah.
especially since I'm the first special guest on here.
Yeah.
I can hold that over everyone else.
Yep.
Number one.
Yes.
True.
All right, well, why don't you tell us more about the creative studio and all that it offers?
So the Creative Studio is a library makerspace. So we have a bunch of different equipment, ranging from pretty affordable to very expensive. So what's nice about makerspaces in libraries is it's usually free to use the equipment. There's only really like two stipulations in order to use it. Depending on what machine, I may charge a material cost for it. And the other one is you have to be a Huntley Public Library card holder. So that's really like the two key takeaways for being able to use the creative space. And you know, we have a lot of stuff in there ranging from 3D printers to laser cutters to the Cricut. I mean, all sorts of things to help on your creative process, whether from making a present to doing a project.
What are some things that people have done in that studio using either the 3D printer and the laser cutter?
So I have one of the 3D printers we have in there is a resin 3D printer, and that's very popular with tabletop gaming. So then I have people printing up stuff from D&D. I've even had stuff from our D&D program where they've requested me to print up some things, and then, you know, Warhammer or other tabletop stuff. I've had actually people print up on our regular 3D printers. Someone's making a custom drone, so they're 3D printing out all the stuff for that, which is very interesting.
A drone that will actually fly.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
like
cool.
the
That's cool.
housing for it,
Sure.
which is, you know, very interesting.
Yes.
You know, I've had some, you know, more useful things for like a patron comes in to print up stuff for drill bits or clamps for woodworking, to more, you know, nonsense but fun, like little things to like little figures and stuff like that for like, you know, little Pokemon figures or Pokeballs, things like that.
So early on, didn't you print something to be sent into outer space?
Yes.
Yes.
So, gosh, I can't remember the name of the spaceship, but it was one of the NASA ones that went out very far away, and the whole thing for that ship was to take materials from a moving asteroid, and that was a complete replica. That the model was given from me. The patron got it from NASA.
Yeah.
And so what's interesting with like NASA and even the Smithsonian, they have free models that you can download of like historical stuff, and then you can 3D print. So that's, you know, interesting on that. So what I did was I was able to resin 3D print it, since it was very detailed,
Yes. Yeah.
and carefully put it together and give it to one of our patrons. So it was a very interesting replica that, you know, they still show off and wave at me because they were happy with how I was able to help with their project.
Oh, cool.
That is very intriguing.
That is very cool. What has been your favorite project in the creative studio that you've personally made?
So the biggest thing, but the one that I put in a lot of effort and I'm very happy with is actually in our gaming area. So I would hope people know what Legend of Zelda is because it's been around for so long time. So it's a map from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's the world map for it. And so I used a bunch of different tools that we have in the creative studio. The first one, so it was cut out of wood, and I used our laser cutter in order to cut out and then engrave the map details on there. And then after cutting and engraving that out, I hand painted that, super glued it onto the picture frame, and then epoxy poured, for the water, the magma, that area in the map. And then I used our Cricut to cut out the vinyl lettering for the specific areas, the towns, the roads, even like the name of the game to place on there. And at the end, just another clear coat of epoxy resin. And now it hangs proudly in the gaming area.
Yeah, so you can see that anytime we're open. And you made another piece for the gaming room also.
It's from Kingdom Hearts. It's the default Keyblade, and it's completely 3D printed. And it's just, keeping in line with the gaming theme to help, keep, get some good vibes in there. Like the little gaming area, make it feel like a gaming area.
Yeah. So a little side note about the gaming room. Which is also creativity, I think, and Steam.
In some ways.
You can play PS5 games and Nintendo Switch games in there. You need a library card to reserve the room and a library card to get the controller.
Yes.
But it's a nice room, and you can see that map that Alex made, and you can see the key that he 3D printed. So both cool things.
All the more reasons to sign up for a library card during National Library Card Sign-Up Month.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what does a day today look like for you as Alex, the creative studio specialist?
So usually when I get in, I try to get all the very long projects done right away. So with 3D printing, it's not a fast process. So one of the 3D prints I was working on, it uses our new printer that I got recently. It's the Bamboo Lab P1S with the AMS unit. So it prints in 4 different colors. So
Amazing.
that, print I'm working on right now, said it was going to take, over 3 days to print. And it ran out of filament, so I had to start it up. So it's still going to be continuing on. And, it's a very interesting piece of technology, but it's not the fastest. It's not like from Star Trek where, things get teleported and all that stuff. It takes time to do. So that's the whole thing. And usually when I get that set up, I, answer emails and things like that, set up appointments for people, either on the email or on the phone, or even when people walk in and they're just interested in the room, find out what they want to do or find out what's offered, and then I set them up with an appointment.
I think the thing that surprised me the most, because I knew very little about 3D printing before I met Alex in the creative studio, is how much time it takes to print. People think it's instantaneous. It's not like on TV. You don't get your little figurine or whatever you're doing in 20 minutes. It takes hours to print some of that stuff. So
It's not magic.
It's not magic.
It's
Even though it
Alex
seems like magic.
works magic,
Right.
but it doesn't happen that
Right,
fast.
right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of appointments, how do people make an appointment with you?
So there's a few ways. You can either call me, email me, or if you're just in the library checking out a book, you're more than welcome just to come in the room as long as the door's open, and then we can set up an appointment depending on what you want to do.
And you have some things in there that aren't just about 3D printing and laser cutting. We have some quilting supplies, and I know some people come in and use the tables. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so what's really nice, we have 6 long rectangular tables, and 2 of them are tables that are able to go up and down. So not many people, especially like for if you're doing like sewing or quilting, have these very big tables to be able to lay out the quilts and stuff like that. Because whenever you're making a quilt or a blanket like that, it's not going to be small. It's going to be very big, so then you can wrap yourself up in and be comfortable, especially in this fall weather.
Exactly.
Yep.
So what's nice to being able to lay that out, and I've worked on stuff where I had to hunch over. It's not fun after a couple hours of doing that. So what's nice, these tables can raise up pretty high actually. So then you're not like really leaning over. You're able just to have a happy back after working on it for a while. And I did have a patron come in just to use the tables. But we do have the equipment in there. So we have a couple of sizes of cutting mats, the rotary knives, the acrylic rulers, the very, default stuff for sewing, quilting, that sort of stuff.
Yep. It's very nice. That height adjustable table makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you have the Cricut machine. That's really cool as well. And you have the new Cricut iron thing.
Yes. So with the Cricut, there's so many materials that you can cut out with it. I would say the most default material people come in is just the vinyl to make stickers, signage, that sort of stuff. But the other type of materials that people tend to make can bring in is heat transfer vinyl and infusible ink. I did have a patron a while back that needed to cut out some the handicap signs just to imprint on some fabric, so then they can have reserved seats for their church or the place that we're doing. So then the handy people who need like to sit closer that have reserved seats can do that. And it was pretty straightforward. I mean, those types of icons are like on the internet, so easy to find on Google, and then it's pretty easy to transfer over to get it on there.
Nice.
Yeah, we have the very nice, square, I think 24 by 24. It's a decent size one. It's a perfect size for any generic t-shirt design that you would want on there.
Cool.
And you have a light box?
Yes. So if you're wanting to either take pictures of small objects or wanting to, maybe sell something like on Etsy or any of those online places, it creates a nice professional lighting. So we also have different backdrops for it. So we have white, black, tan, and gray. So you're not taking a picture of a white mug on a white background, to be able to showcase the actual mug in case you sculpted it or, something, if you do pottery or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that. So, there's no charge for that. It's just make an appointment. And what's really nice, so with phones nowadays, you can get very high quality photos. So, but if you have a DSLR camera, more than welcome to bring that in. We don't have a DSLR camera in there. So you would otherwise just need to use your phone.
Yeah. All you really need is like your object in your phone.
Yeah.
And then there you have professional quality photos.
Yep.
It's so cool.
Very nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, you have a fun program that you like to do each Halloween.
Yes. So ever since the library reopened up after the renovation, which it was a very nice renovation. We were able to have all these wonderful areas in the library, such as the creative studio and the recording studio, as we're in right now.
Yeah.
So, we're doing a costume contest where it's all the age groups, children's, teens, and adults. And there's prizes for first, second, and third place, all 3D printed items. And I do have the children's first place prize, but it will only be shown at the end of this video. So, unfortunately, you can't see it right now. So you're going to have to stick around.
Yes.
So for the printed trophies, I talked about our new printer previously. It prints up to 4 different color filaments at the same time. And I will be utilizing that to print up, objects up to 4 different colors. And so then the second place prize will be 2 colors, and the third place is a single color. But what's different about this year, I thought about making a little bit more fancy and more fun, is to include pets. Yeah. So if you have, doesn't have it, dogs, cats, but it doesn't have to be that. If
rabbits?
You have rabbits, little hamster,
Hamsters.
a snake wearing a Santa Claus hat,
God,
whatever,
exactly.
Something like that, that's. You're more than welcome to have submit pictures of that, but having a 3D printed trophy for a little pet, I think it's a little silly. So in case of that, replacement of that is going to be a gift card to PetSmart.
Yeah.
Right.
Very nice.
So, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, do pet rocks count?
If you consider it a pet, I mean,
All right.
No,
no.
No.
not alive. No, it doesn't count.
All right. All right.
So how do they find out how to do that? How to enter the contest?
So there's going to be a specific place on our website that you would be able to go to submit the photos. So basically, the only real stipulation for that is you need to be a Huntley Library card holder. You can't be a library card holder from Wisconsin or something like that.
Yeah.
You have to be our district card holder.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you type in your library card number and then, have a little checkbox just saying, yeah, you can use my photo for maybe next year to show off, your costume to show off. And then, it gets sent out. And then in the first week of November, the people who won the prizes will be notified. And then, you come in and get your prizes.
And you'll have the prizes on display probably either in your room or someplace in the library starting
Yes.
October 1st.
Yes, starting
So they can
October 1st.
So they can see what they want to earn. And the information is also in our newsletter, the
Right.
whole story, the
Yes.
September-October version.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the website will be available starting October
October
1st. So the costume contest runs from October 1st through October 31st. People can submit their costumes. So now not only do I have to think of a costume for me, but I have to think of a costume for my dog.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can,
Maybe a duel.
a little,
Oh, you're right.
the Arthur,
Arthur?
your dog, have a little sweater.
I'll
And
be
glasses.
Arthur and he'll be DW.
DW.
There you
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so the costume contest is happening throughout October, but we have so many more fun programs and things happening in October as well.
We do.
Yes.
We have lots of programs. Most of these require registration. I'll say that to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk about a few of them. And again, you can find these online at huntleylibrary.org or in our newsletter.
Right.
The first one, Girls Click Bricks. It's a new program for us for teens and high schoolers. They're going on October 3rd. They're going to make a candy dispenser out of Legos. So think gumballs and M&Ms maybe. So they'll learn how to make it and get the directions, and then they can go home and make their own. But they'll build one here.
And that's middle school and high school girls.
Girls.
Yes.
Middle school, yeah. Girls Click Bricks.
Girls Click Bricks.
Do you love to Lego?
Yes.
So that's October 3rd. On October 10th, we have Susan Sullivan from McHenry County College. Does great programs for us, historical programs. She's going to be talking about the witch trials. And that program's filling up fast. So if you're interested, sign up.
I'll be there.
October 10th. Yeah, it should be really good. And then, of course, it's Halloween, so you need bats.
Right.
So we have 2 bat programs this month. For the teens, there's Weird and Wonderful Bats. That's on October 10th. That's for grades 6 to 12 at 4 o'clock. And then there'll be actual bats here in the library for Incredible Bats on October 14th at 10:30. So that's a family program, and registration is filling quickly. So if you're interested, sign up soon for that program. October 14th at 10:30. That's a day off school. I believe that's Columbus Day.
Oh.
Possibly. It's a day off of school. And then we have a craft program, October 17th, Mad Scientist Mason Jars. I think the program for the youngest kids has filled, but K through 6, there's still some room at 5:30. And then not only do we have a costume contest, but a pumpkin decorating contest. That starts October 18th. You drop it off in the children's room, and it's a pumpkin book character decorating contest.
Right.
So decorate the pumpkin any way. You can paint it, you can carve, whatever. Mostly
carving.
paint. No carving. Paint
carving.
because it'll spoil. So
Yeah.
only paint. Drop it off in the children's room on beginning the 18th. Voting is the 21st through the 22nd, and the winner will be announced on the 29th.
Yes.
So as many people, we get many
Many.
entries for that. So
Yes.
it's fun to come in and look at them.
Oh yeah, it is. People really get creative.
Very creative.
Creative. If you guys were to dress up as a book character for Halloween, which character would you dress up as?
Well, I'm really into Halo and the Halo series and books, so. And if you saw the very first year of the costume contest, I had dressed up as a Halo character, so that is a very callback from
Yes.
if you were there for the first time.
It's a great
So-
costume, too. Yeah. What would you dress up as, Eris?
You know, I'm thinking last year for Halloween I went as Fancy Nancy.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Like Fancy Nancy.
Mhm.
Very fancy.
And I'm thinking this year maybe Eloise at the plaza.
Okay. I'm not super creative with this. I usually do a witch costume from several books. but
Exactly.
yeah.
Do you
yeah.
get the big hat?
I have a big tall hat, but it's a friendly witch.
A
It's
friendly
purple and she's friendly, fancy, a fancy witch.
Fancy witch. Yes.
She's
Exactly.
a friendly, fancy library witch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Glinda the Good.
Well, not quite that fancy, but
Okay.
that's
Casual Glinda.
casual Glinda.
Glinda.
Not the big hoop skirt.
No.
and- yeah.
All right. Well, anything else?
Can I talk about the Friends?
You can absolutely talk about the
Oh, yeah,
Friends.
talk about the Friends. So the Friends Foundation is having an open house on October 18th at 11 a.m. We'd love everybody to come and learn about the Friends and what we do for the library. Since inception, the group's raised $1 million, which we're very proud of. We made that in 2023. We reached that. But we'd love to have people come, see what we're about, visit with the directors, visit with other people who love libraries. We'll have a very short movie, a creative movie that we'll show with fundraisers from this past year. So
Cool.
it'll be a good time and light refreshments. So we'd love to have a bunch of people there to learn about the Friends and think about joining us. That'd be great.
Yes. We love our Friends Foundation. We love them.
We do love them. They're great.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode of
Another book off the shelf.
Yes.
Thanks, Alex.
Yes, thank
Thank
you,
you for
Alex.
having me here.
Yes. All right. See y'all next time.
But we have one thing to show off.
Oh yes, we almost forgot.
Oh my goodness.
That would be terrible.
So here it is.
Oh my god.
If you're an adult, you may not know who this is, but if you're a child,
I don't
I'm
know
sure
about
you
that.
exactly know who
Oh, yeah.
that is. It is Bluey. So, this is a children's first place prize. So, as you can see, it printed in multiple colors.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes, this is all 3D printed.
Yes.
At the Creative Studio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Mic drop.
So
Exactly.
you're the first ones to know.
Yes. Don't tell anyone.
Number 1 prize, costume contest here at the library.
Yes.
Great.
All right. Well,
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.